God help the outcasts hungry from birth. Show them the mercy.
Guys, we need to start drinking more water.
God help my people.
I listen to the song like once a day. It makes me tear up.
Ask for love I can possess. I ask for God and His angels to bless me. I ask for nothing I can give by, but I know so many less lucky than I.
I love it.
I thought we all were the children
of God. We are, y'all. We are.
God help the outcasts, children of God.
Guys, I want to explain something to you. Good morning, by the way. I'm having a great morning. God is so good. I want to explain some things to you. Guys, for those of us that were outcasted, just shunned, pushed to the side, God had a big purpose for us, you know. He knew that we were the strongest, you know. We conquered our demons. We overcame things most people would not overcome. And we're still smiling. I'm still smiling, and I love my smile, and I love the way that I feel. It feels so good to feel free. Even without the relationships you wish you had, especially with like your children or your family, or especially your children, because you love your kids unconditionally. Guys, you love them with all your heart. Don't you ever forget that, and don't feel shame for the way that things have happened, because everything that has happened in your life divinely happened. You know, everything was necessary for us to get to where we're at and where we're going. Y'all, I love you. I do. But yes, don't feel shame. You've wrote your wrongs. God has forgiven you. God is still walking right next to you. God is fixing all your problems or all your hurts, all your pains. God has put this armor around my heart that I am forever grateful for, because the pain and the sorrow that I do feel, because I am human, I still feel sad sometimes, and this is normal. It's part of life, but I have accepted the way that things are. And this is where you find that peace in you. You really do. Like I said, we are all learning at different paces, different rates. We all have karma that we have to pay back. We have to right our wrongs. We do change. We do get lost, you know, for years in our lives, you know, but once you wake up and you realize your worth and you love yourself, you know, and you start to do the inner work, the inner healing, you grow. You grow. And you regain that power, and no one can hurt you, because you know who you are. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Fuck them, you know. You know who you are. You know your worth. And what happens is people try so hard to dig up your pass, and it's okay. Let them, because they're pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling, and it's only digging, excuse me, digging their holes deeper. It's sad because, you want them to wake up. You want them to see that there's change, there's love, there's unconditional love, and there's growth, and life is it's worth it, You're only given one life. There are people, you have to understand a lot of the problems, my son, he was unjustly taken from me, and I'll say this: he was brought up by an egotistical family. It was my fault because I was an addict and I was not the best version of myself at the time, but this all happened the way it was supposed to happen. It sucks because when people have a love for money, money can be evil, people can get bribed, and it sucks, Guys, I want to say this. I'm so grateful. I want to say this. Robert and I got our car, and it's amazing because the journey started out July 4th of last year. July 4th of last year. It's been about a year and 6 months. I want to say that I needed to go through what I went through. I needed to be stripped of everything I knew, to become who I am today. And I wish that a lot of people, I don't wish, but I know that it would help a lot of people to go through a journey, to go through an awakening as I have, so that, we learn to appreciate the things that we have. We learn what love really is, and all the materialism, it's not important. We have ego deaths. We learn that we are not victims, we are victors. We regain ourselves. We learn who we are. And yes, you have to change the people, places, and things. I want to talk about something that's really cool, though. When you remove yourself from certain people, and at the time, your unhealed time, or when you were struggling, everything just kept getting worse. Things were not getting better. But when you remove yourselves from just toxic situations and you see that your life is getting better, I want you to look back and be like, well, damn, I realized exactly who I needed to get away from. Exactly what energies were not good for me, were not helping me grow. Okay? There's so much corruption, so much evil in this world, honestly. But guys, we made it. We made it out. But yeah, as I was saying, we got our vehicle from the dealership yesterday, and guys, I didn't need my inheritance to get it. I worked my ass off. Robert did too, and we earned everything that we have, and we are so grateful. Yeah, I drove it. I drove it to HEB, and we got dinner last night, and a case of water, because it's hard to tote a case of water on a bike. So I'm excited because we get to start going to the gym religiously today. We have a Christmas party that we're going to go to that Robert invited me to at his job. But yeah, we're going to go to the gym, and we're going to buy our cases of water and tote them in our trunk, and drink a hell of a lot of water, because water is good for you. But y'all, you learn to appreciate it. Like, I will tell you this. During active addiction, I had a Chevrolet Tahoe that I did not care about. I wouldn't get the oil changes when I was supposed to. I just dogged it out. I let anybody and everybody in my vehicle. I didn't care. And I didn't care, and I honestly tell you this because I didn't have to work hard to get it. I had a friend that sold it to me for little to nothing, And I did not know the value or the meaning of things that you earn for yourself and you should cherish and you respect and take care of. I did not have this. I did not know this. This was a lesson that I had to learn. So when I got to drive the car, I'm telling you, I was careful. Those speed bumps, I was so careful, and I was praying the whole entire time. And I even taught Robert something to say in Arabic, for protection for every time you leave in a vehicle or anywhere you go and come back. You say La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah, and you say that as you're going and coming. And I say this every time I leave my home and every time I enter my home. It's protection, y'all. And even in English, you can go, you can just thank your ancestors, thank God for protecting your home, for when you return to your home, it's still in one piece, it's intact, it's that protection over you. We have to work for what we have for us to appreciate these things and actually take care of them. Y'all. It's a gratitude. So we drove to HEB last night, and then another thing is Robert drove back because I remember an active addiction. I had to be in so much control of everything and anything. I always had the car, even if I wasn't going to work, and it was just sitting in the driveway, and my boyfriend. My ex-boyfriend would be at work and he would have no car, but I wouldn't even be using it. This was active addiction. And I didn't care. This was like 3 years ago. I didn't care to go pick up my ex from work on time, or this is when you're living unhealthy and you just don't appreciate anything. But yeah, now this is why we have these crises. Everything that we care about and we love is removed from our lives because God wants us to remember, He wants us to learn how to take care of ourselves, to take care of the things that we do have. It's a good feeling to have a vehicle and to know that I'm not running out to go get dope or running out to go, it's a good feeling that there's gas in the car and I'm not worried about where am I going to get gas at, or how am I going to get gas money, or whose house do I need to go to get high, or it's a great feeling. It's a feeling of being free. You are free, guys. This is why sobriety is so important. I will tell you this. I did this. Me and Robert did. We went to the plasma center. And during active addiction, I used to donate plasma. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be real about this. I would donate plasma and I would be high, and my, hemoglobin would either be, I can't remember if it was high or low or whatever it was, but I was so unhealthy, that I would get turned away or rejected. Guys, read the fine lines in the notebook that they give you at the plasma center, because it's actually dangerous if you're not healthy to donate plasma. Honestly, it really is. And I was debating on whether or not I should, but with the down payment for the insurance and it's just the extra little bills that we have, it helps. It does help for the vehicle, and the tags and all this, that, and the other. But yeah, I decided to donate, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, I've overcome so much stuff. If this is in my genetics, hell yeah, I want to donate my plasma so that, whoever receives it, it might can heal you. It might can give you that, that strength to feel better, If I can do it, I wish the best for everyone, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I did donate plasma. And then the next day I felt so weird and I was just like, Robert, I don't know how I feel about this. But this might be like something we do on occasion, not often. But the good thing about donating plasma too is you get tested for like HIV, hepatitis, all that good stuff. Not good stuff, but all that bad stuff. And it's good to know. Guys, this is why there are. It's good to know that you're clean and you're healthy. Like, during active addiction, it used to take me 2 hours to be able to donate plasma. It took me 36 minutes to pump and get it and out of there. It was pretty cool. I'm definitely not going to do that often because I felt really strange the next day. Ugh. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because during active addiction, I didn't read the fine print. So if you guys do go and donate plasma, like, read everything. Know what you're doing, what you're getting into, what you're giving, what it is helping. Because you are helping a lot of people, and it does help you. But yeah, I just felt, I want to share my good health with somebody that's, maybe sick. My plasma could maybe heal them But yeah, it was cool. But yeah, we got the car. I'm very appreciative of it. The last message I had sent to my brother on TikTok, which after he said, "Oh, Narcy, you know why I can't give you your inheritance." I sent him. I said, "How about you send me some money, so I can get a car?" And I never got a response back. But see, this is the gaslighting tactics, the dumb shit that I'm used to, I'm prone to. And guess what, though? With my prayer and my faith, Robbie and I got a car not even 2 weeks later. But it feels good to want to take care of the things that you've worked so hard for, It feels good to release control of wanting to have a vehicle and to yourself and just, not thinking about your partner. And, now I'm so proud of Robert because he's accomplished all this too. And he was so excited to be able to take the car to work this morning. God bless him, and protect him. I was like, yeah, babe, go, and it means the world to me to see my loved ones happy, and because the people that I love in my life that have stood by me through all my darkness, guys, these are the true people that I will forever be loyal and I will forever protect because this is the type of human being I am, It's, guys, don't ever for a minute, just dwell on, oh, why is this person not in my life? Oh, why is that person, why are they talking shit about me? Why can't they take accountability? No, this is God's protection. When people are not in your life, you need to thank God because, God hears things in rooms that you are not in, and He protects you from those people. It's amazing. It really is amazing. I wanted to tell y'all a story. It's I can't get it off my chest. I know that there's a reason that I need to share this story. It's kind of mystical. So my grandma Sito, for the ones that my stepmom's mother, I'm learning things, as the more that I heal. There were good times too. There are people with illnesses, and I had to really sit back and think about her life, how hard her life was, and this is me being selfless, but then me I am unconditional love, Yes, there was abuse, a lot of abuse growing up, but She was rejected from her husband. Her husband cheated on her to be with an American, and this woman was an Egyptian, bowed over backwards for her husband and her kids, you know? And when he left her, I think she lost her mind a little bit, you know? And I could see, you know, and there was gaslighting also. And gaslighting is one of, it's very, 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 it can really make somebody crazy, okay? I had to, I call her Sito, we all call her Sito. She keeps coming up in my mind. But there's a woman at work. She wears a scarf around her head. She's a Muslim lady, just like Sito, but she wears all black. And I kid you not, the first time I saw this woman, like even in her facial structure, like her face, I was like, that's my grandma, that's Sito. Okay, this is how crazy this is. I was like, that is my grandma. So there's this boulder outside that I sit on out at work. This woman never comes outside, and she doesn't speak English. I found out later that she speaks Farsi, which is it's so cool, you know, Farsi. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, I went to go on a cigarette break to sit on this boulder outside of work. It was like a 15-minute break. And this old woman comes outside and she sits on the boulder right next to me. And I'm like, okay. She pulls out this apple. And this is reminded me of my grandma because this is something she would have done, okay? And she was like, asked me if I had a knife, and I said no. So she took this apple and she hit it on the boulder and she broke it in half. And she offered me half. Guys, I took half of it, but I only took like a couple bites because it's a respect thing, and you know, I felt her energy, and I felt just a warmth about her. Don't get me wrong, I don't take food don't think that I take food from everybody, because no. But I was really paying attention to like her demeanor, and like she gave me half the apple. She kept trying to give me more, and I was like, no, but I didn't want to be disrespectful and be like, no. So I ate half the apple, and we just sat there and we were just smiling at each other, and I was just like, what's going on here? What's wrong? No. But when she got up, she put her arm on my shoulder, and every time she sees me at work now, she just touches me, you know. And you know, an apple, I looked it up. Let me see. It's an apple, the spiritual meaning, it will bring on good health, longevity in life to you. Yeah, I did look that up, so I'm not going to look it up. But that's what is, you know, in spirituality, that's what it means, you know. And it was really cool because there was a day that this woman, I don't understand, like, she works at Walmart, but she doesn't really speak English, and she kind of like, she folds clothes and stuff. But I work the clearance aisles, so there was this African American woman. I think she was like Haitian, and she was homeless, or I'm not quite sure. I just got this really uneasy feeling off of her. And this woman came to the clearance aisle, and she was standing in front of something and just chanting or whatever for like 3 minutes. And then this woman that speaks Farsi, the one with the scarf that I said looks like my grandma, come to the clearance aisle, because she was on the aisle right there. If y'all see smoke, that's my incense burning. It smells good. It's Egyptian musk. Come on, we can walk like an Egyptian. But anyways, so this woman that reminds me of Sito, my grandma, she comes, and I guess she felt my energy. I just felt really uneasy. I felt just, what's this other woman doing? This is strange. And this woman that reminds me of my grandma went, and she literally stood right on this Haitian woman's back, like, and it looked so weird because she was like, just imagine this African American woman standing over this shelf, or hovered over it, just just not doing anything really. And this old woman comes right next to her and puts her arm underneath where this other woman's leg is and starts grabbing at stuff, and then goes around her and starts grabbing at more stuff, and makes the Haitian woman feel so uncomfortable. And literally, guys, this this grandma woman just literally just pushes this Asian woman out from around my aisle. But before this, she was standing in the scarfed woman was standing at the end of the aisle, right in front of my clearance aisle, just peeking out from the side. I promise you, for about 3 minutes, just staring at what's going on my aisle. And I'm just like, okay, she sees that something's weird, you know? Yeah, it was so strange, because I was like, okay, this woman works at Walmart, and she's literally peeking from around the little corner down my aisle, just watching this Haitian woman for like 3 minutes, and then she literally comes to my aisle and kind of like pushes this other woman off of the aisle. Like, guys, let me tell you something. I miss the good times with my grandma, Sito. I do. I miss the good times with my mom, Iman, you know, my stepmom. I miss the good times with my father, you know. Y'all, we have ancestors that protect us. And this is what I got out of this story, you know, out of this incident. And I've been pushing this off for like a month and a half. But for some reason, I can't stop thinking about it, you know. There's like this light and this love that I get out of this old woman, you know, that reminds me of the good times with my step grandma. Yeah, and I felt protected, you know. And I was being protected. I was being protected that day. It was so cool. But yeah, pay attention to people's energies. If you feel off or weird ever, there's a reason. Pay attention to your intuition, your ancestors. Guys, my grandma was a crazy woman. She would not bow down to anything or anyone. Okay, she was very strong. Okay, so, and I've forgiven my ancestors and my grandma especially, and I've called on to her, you know, in prayer, and my father and my brother and just my past over loved ones, and I've forgiven them. And I remember one day I was having a rough day. I was like, Sito, okay, I forgive you. Now it's time for you to just do what you gotta do for me. No, I didn't say it like that. Sometimes you have to let them know that you need them, you know. Like I said, she was crazy when she was alive, you know, but she was so strong-willed, okay, and is so strong-willed. I honestly believe that she is teaching me things, like in a spiritual way right now. And she is protecting me. And guys, my enemies, my karmics, they don't want to have to face my grandma, because she will whoop some ass. I'll just tell you this, okay? But yeah, I wanted to share this story. It was so cool, you know? Yeah, so I got that off my chest. God is so good, y'all. We made it. Like, when we were sitting in the car last night, I looked at Robert and I said, you know what? We did it. And no one can say they did anything for us. Let me tell you this, though. Guys, the world can be very unfair and unjust. It's okay. You don't have to be unfair. You don't have to be unjust. You just have to be true to yourself, okay? It does get better. Let me tell y'all one more thing. Let me hit my vape. Let me tell y'all one more thing. This is really cool. Y'all, Let me see if it's on. Yeah, it's on. Alright, so I have a coworker in receiving, an older woman. She's sweet as a button. She's so kind. She was having a rough day yesterday, and when you're receiving like truck drivers and deliveries and stuff, it can get to you a little bit because there's different energies that come in, and it's there's work and details that you have to pay attention to. She was having a rough day, and I've been there, you know. And she was just like, okay, from now on, I'm just gonna receive everything, and I'm not gonna pay. I'm just gonna receive everything because, you know, sometimes I hate to say this, but no, I don't hate to say this. Everyone has expectations of you, but when you've been at a job for so long, and she's really good at her work. She really does pay attention to everything, but you know, sometimes you have to reject certain deliveries because of certain reasons. Maybe the fridge was out, maybe there's an overstock of an amount, you know, and the big boss is not aware of why the order was rejected, you know, and she kind of got upset. She was like, I was doing the right thing, you know, and she was doing the right thing. But I had to tell her, I said, just breathe, you know, just breathe. And then there was another guy that she received that had a negative attitude too. And then something else happened, and something else happened. And this cute little patootie, this older woman, she was like, you know what, it's time to light some frankincense. And I said, now you're speaking my language. But guys, I'm not the only one on this spiritual journey. A lot of people are. And I said, yeah, you know what? We need some sage up in here too. You know, and it was cool, you know, because she has such a kind heart. And then we started talking about, she said, yeah, and sometimes, you know, what's really good for you is when you're having a rough day, go outside. The sun it makes you feel better. Yeah, it does, guys. So if something is not working out or going your way, or you're letting the stresses of this complicated sometimes life get to you, go outside and absorb some sun. It feels so good. Take your damn shoes off and put your damn feet in that dirt, because God made that dirt for you. Okay? You see how the plants grow from the dirt? Reconnect, y'all. This is what we're here for. We're all connected. But yeah, she was having a bad day, and it was neat because, you know, I've had bad days too. And I got to, you know how they say we don't take our own advice? It taught me that, okay, this happens here, you know. Just take a deep breath. It could be worse, you know. Another thing I want to say is, guys, if there's somebody picking on you, or somebody that you don't understand, or they don't understand you, okay, there's a lesson in everything that comes your way. Okay, and this is what gets me by, because I no longer look at it as somebody picking on me. I look at it as something that I need to learn. Okay, that there are boundaries that need to be set. But I look at every single thing, and it's really cool. I look at every single thing as a lesson. And it's crazy because I'll have somebody rude come up to me, and they'll just be rude, and they'll be like, huh? What'd you say? Huh? 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 And I'll be like, huh? Okay, so what are you trying to teach me? You know, and they'll look at me like, they're probably just like, I was just being so rude to you, and you're asking me, what am I trying to teach you? Because I need to learn, you know? So it's kind of like, it throws people off, but that's how I look at it, because everything that comes your way that you, it's a catalyst for your growth, y'all. We are not victims, we are victors. It's crazy because people do look at me like, and I'm just like, okay, I get it. I get what I get what, like, there was a time somebody was, like, literally, what'd you say? What do you mean? And I was like, are you trying to get me to speak out? Are you trying to get me to speak more clear? I said, I think you're trying to teach me how to do this, you know? And I was like, thank you. And they were just like, And I didn't realize I wasn't being smart. I was being serious, you know? It's cool how God has your back. Anywho, I'm going to get off of here. I love you. Drink a lot of water. Keep your head up. Keep on putting in the work. It gets so much better. Look, y'all, I glow. I don't even care about makeup. I feel beautiful. I have made peace with my past. I have no regrets. God is so good. I love you. Bye. 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 Bye.